Well, my favorite part of the book is he's in this sea of people wherever he goes, but there is one particular point where he looks out into a sea of people and sees specifically a black man. Please tell me that story.
So in Richmond, he is reunited with James Armistead Lafayette. He was enlisted as a spy in the American Revolution, and he was specifically wanted to spy for Lafayette. You could argue, and I put so much of this on James Lafayette's shoulders, that is the reason why we were able to secure the blockade at Yorktown, was thanks to his efforts. Because he was an enslaved man, he was able to go between enemy lines pretty much undetected. The British were like, oh, he's nothing to be a suspect of. And he is deeply instrumental in helping Lafayette. He was not entitled to his freedom because he was not an enlisted soldier. It was under espionage. So when Lafayette comes back to America in 1784, he petitions for James Armistead Lafayette's freedom, which he eventually does earn, and he takes on the surname of Lafayette to honor the man who helped him get his emancipation. So they're reunited in Richmond during the national tour. He was hoping to see him in Yorktown, but James could not get the funds to head that way. So they're reunited in Richmond, completely unexpected. Lafayette is in this carriage. He sees him, he orders the carriage to stop, and they embrace publicly. And this is not the only time Lafayette does this on the tour. He is reunited with James in Richmond, and he also does this in Louisiana, where he recognizes an enslaved man who helped him when he first arrived to America in 1777. And by intentionally doing these in sort of very public manners, he is definitely sending a message. Lafayette's trip was not inherently political, but he is telling people how he feels about, especially the institution of slavery. He was known for having very strong anti-slavery views. And while he doesn't really ever metaphorically pick up the mic and is yelling at people to abolish the institution of slavery, moments like this is making it very, very clear, especially in southern states, how he feels about this. And he's also very aware that he is the guest of the nation. Nobody's going to stop him. So he's using this kind of advantage that he has and the power that he has to hopefully send a message to the cities and towns and states that he's visiting.
If there wasn't so much research on this, it sounds fake, doesn't it? Really, it sounds too perfect, like somebody's writing a novel, but there is so much research, it's happened and all that stuff, but it still sounds unbelievable.
It really does. I had to go back and I'm finding newspaper accounts like the Richmond Inquirer, and I'm like, it's recorded in the newspapers of it happening contemporary at the time, and it's really amazing to see, because I feel like we kind of tend to view history in these chunks where it's okay, the revolution happened and then things were bad, and then we move up to the Civil War, and that's when there's a lot more push. But no, the abolition and anti-slavery movement is a movement that is there from the start, and it's just continuing to happen, and Lafayette plays a part in it when he's here.